All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the house of Jay Wilson. Ooh, I hope y'all doing well. Ooh, yes, Lord. I hope y'all doing well on today. Hey, Catherine. Catherine is here, honey. She's in the front pew this morning. What's going on, Catherine? Well, y'all come on in. Baby, it was so crazy last night. I didn't know it was gonna be this long, but some crazy stuff happened last night. It went left for no reason. Mm. Hey, what's up, Janice? What's up, Jewel? Thank you, baby. I'm feeling good. Boo boo. Oh, y'all come on in the room. We got a few things to talk about today. First of all, I am gonna be a little messy starting off because I was hurt. I was very hurt this morning. I'm gonna tell you what happened. Tell y'all what happened. I'm waiting for them people to get in there. I'm gonna go on. Mm. Oh, this coffee is good. I'm gonna tell y'all why I was hurt this morning. Something happened this morning, and it really hurt my feelings. Just trying to figure it out. It really, as Bless Watkins would say, it really hurted my feelings. It really hurted my feelings. So I'm gonna talk about it. Somebody hurt my feelings this morning. I'm waiting for the people to come in so I can say, because I'm not gonna repeat it. Good morning. How you doing? Hey, is that Tara? Baby, what? Baby, y'all can be hearing me up in the morning because you know my eyes ain't yet dilated yet. My eyes ain't all adjusted yet. So take it to my head and not my heart. Blessed and highly favored. The lost and highly favored. Wait. Okay, that's Tara. Okay. Yes. Blessed and highly favored. Girl, I'm like, you lost and favored? Okay, I know some people who lost and favored too, but so y'all, let me tell y'all what happened this morning. So I went over to Miss Olivia's channel, and Miss Olivia is pretty much talking about three people today. She's talking about Shakim, Lemon, and Ness. Miss Olivia don't understand how people can be drunk and get all that attention. And then, she was talking about Shakim. She talked about his homeless condition. I didn't know the man was homeless, but somebody said he had a blanket in the car. Girl, I was like, okay. Girl, I don't know nothing about that life right there. I don't know nothing about that life. So, baby, it would have went right over my head. But she talking about that, and then she talking about Ness. I guess Ness put a picture of her on her backup page, and Miss Olivia is not here for it. Miss Olivia is not gonna have it. So let me tell you. So again, I called Miss Olivia. I made a mistake and said, "What's up, D Miss O?" I do not know. I guess they're from Tennessee and they got O in their name, and so I've been, and I had to come back and say, "What's up, Miss Olivia?" My bad. You know what I'm saying? Not my bad. So then I said, "Hey, Brian." I didn't hear nothing. Then I said, "Good morning, Brian," and still nothing. My. Now I'm speaking. I'm trying to really, be adult, be cordial. And I said hello. Then I said good morning. And I didn't get nothing. And I'm very hurt. by that because I spoke and he didn't speak back. And I'm like, is he still mad? Is he still mad? I don't know. I don't know. But I spoke. I saw Miss Olivia chat and I said hello. Isn't that the right thing to do? And then I said good morning. Ain't that something? And I was very hurt. I'm like, I'm speaking to you. I'm saying hello and stuff. And you don't even speak back. Thank you, baby. This is the little one I bought at Melrose. Baby, Miss Melrose was giving me life. So this is a Melrose and this is Melrose. Okay, come on, Melrose. All right. But I was very hurt today. You see my anguish, baby? I am distraught. I am distraught. Okay, I'm hurt. I mean, you know. So y'all, let me tell y'all what happened last night on the channel. So first of all, Brian came on, and we were very cool, and we were very cordial with each other. Hey, Brian, you want to speak? Okay. Now, I didn't mention nothing about trademark fortune. I kept my mouth shut. I'm like, I'm not trying to be shady. But then Brian brings it up. And maybe he goes in on trademark. And then I told him why I did what I did. And the thing that gets me is it's okay. Now he said that those were just personal messages and personal things. But you are making up some shit. What's up, official King Kane? With me and Binary. And I'm like, you making up stuff. Talking about something that's your opinion. Okay, okay, that was your opinion, right? Me saying that you thirsty for trademark was my opinion, right? But then I put some proof behind my opinion. And the opinion became kind of like fact. And then he got mad at me. Then he got mad at trademark. Baby, it's crazy. So, I mean, but again, I didn't try to bring that up. King Pain, I didn't try to bring that up. But baby, it was so much crazy going on. Baby, it was so much crazy going on last night. And I almost checked in to the Lower Ridge. Girl, I almost checked into the Lower Ridge down here to San Antonio. If you don't know what Lower Ridge is when you having a little traumatic episode, okay, and you seeing elephants and stuff. That's where you go, to Lower Ridge, baby. I almost checked myself in because I'm like, is this crazy or what? So what really got me was Toya Abstract came on. Now, Toya Abstract came on, and Toya Abstract was very complimentary to Brian. She said that Brian was doing a lot of stuff. She likes his talent. She said that Brian was artistic. Artistic. Child, Brian went on her talking about something. I don't have no problem. That's like Tony Braxton's son. Girl, I'm like, no. She said artistic and not autistic. Not autistic, but artistic. Honey, we could explain it. I can't explain it. I couldn't explain it. And the girl kept on saying, you couldn't tell Brian nothing. So Brian was so fixated on that girl coming to read him. He thought the girl was getting ready to come and so read him. Baby, as soon as she said artistic, art, like you draw, like you sing, like you make sculptures, like you make fashion, honey, you could not tell Brian the difference between the two. And baby, it went left. It went left. And then when Brian finally got it, he said, I knew that. I was just trying to stir it up. Girl, I'm like, no, you wasn't. No, you wasn't, nephew. Nephew was very, very confused. Nephew kept on bringing up Tony Braxton's son. And I'm like, well, Tony Braxton's son can be autistic, but if he can sing, he's artistic. Baby! Baby, them words was confusatron to people. I'm like, okay. And then, but what get me was instead of saying, okay, I got the wrong word. Girl, he tried to say I knew it already. I'm just trying to stir it up. I'm like, uh-huh. So it was a lot going on last night, and he went off on Toya because he did not catch what it was between artistic and autistic. Okay, it's like this lady did not call you, special needs. She did not call you on the spectrum. She said you were artistic because of your songwriting and sometimes you sang, but baby, you could not tell Big Baby nothing, honey. Big Baby knew that she said that he had a problem. You could make this up. You could make it up. And they spent a whole hour fighting over artistic and autistic. And then we were trying to help. Maybe it was a mess. It was a mess. So let me see. Catherine said, oh, he went off on Catherine too. Started talking about her head and bald spots and Rogaine. I mean, he was being very nasty last night. Very nasty. Very nasty. Very nasty. I know, Catherine. I know. Girl, artistic versus autistic. Y'all had to be there. Girl, Southern Nobleman. That wasn't the way to do it. That wasn't the way to do it. Baby, he died on that hill of artistry, thinking that it was autism. Girl, it's like autism. Art, artistic, autistic. Ah, ah, art, art. Y'all remember Sesame Street? Okay. Ah, quiet, at, cat. Baby, I felt very Sesame Street like, baby, I felt very Electric Company, moving out in the new world. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? It was given very, very, very Count Dracula on Sesame Street. I was not ready for all of that. Captain said he honestly didn't know the difference between that and it was clearly seen, Catherine. It was clearly seen. One of her sons, we know that we know one of her sons is autistic. But she kept on saying, you're artistic. And baby Brian kept on reading that lady. He kept on reading Toya. And Toya just had to say F you. And then he got a little sensitive, but Toya said, I'm done. She said, I'm through. Toya said, I'm just too through today. Toya said, I'm just too through today. Brother Jay, Brian should have taken the out of the. I'm telling you, Vivian. I'm telling you, and we kept on trying to explain it. Maybe it wouldn't get nowhere. All he knew was Toya was coming after him. and all she was doing was giving him a compliment. And then when she did have her assessments of his blind spot, baby, he wasn't trying to hear because the artistic just stuck there, baby. It was just too much. It was just too much for me. Oh Lord, hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. Hold on. Baby, the girls are not well. How is you gonna be drinking a whole pitcher of beer with some gospel music in the back, and then you gonna go to bed, and then you getting up? Girl, I can't. I can't. Did he even take a bath? Did he even take a bath? Oh my God! And I'm telling you, look like that liquor is eating you inside out, baby. Uh-uh. No, ma'am, Pam. I'm like, is he drinking a whole pitcher of beer with gospel music playing in the back? Jesus King, and you drinking a whole beer? I ain't hear not one. I ain't hear not one taint of water running in that bag. Baby, there's too much going on. These girls are not well, Paulette. Woo cha, as Paulette Waters would say. I ain't hear a trickle of water, none of that. And crying real bad about his grandma. I don't know what's going on with his granny, but baby, I wish the spirit of granny would have told you to get in that bathtub or get in that shower. Baby, I done seen it all. I ain't even look at all of it. All I saw was a big old picture of beer, almost drank, okay, with some nasty gospel music playing in the background, and an old nasty piece of jeans shirt, okay, denim like shirt. And next thing you know, and then he turned around this way, and I'm telling you, that look is eating him inside out. I swear it was a black scarecrow. I'm like, my God, today. Woo, child, Paulette Walters, what's going on? The girls are not well. The girls are not well. Baby, it's a lot of busted bricks. My God, today, Dre Day. So, yeah, y'all, but Brian did click on the link, and then he had some words for Trademark. Trademark had some words for him. We was trying to unpack this thing. And again, Brian told me why he was mad, but then I told him why I did what I did. And then I also told him, you can't dare me. Like, you can't do that. And then what get me is he always say what he wanna say and do what he wanna do, but nobody else can't say what they wanna say and do what they wanna do. See that work both ways. Baby, it's bad over there. Baby, I don't watch Castro. I can't deal with all that stuttering and that spitting and all of that off key singing. I'm Kimberell, can't you tell? I can't be dealing with all of that. You heard me. I'm so. I don't go there and watch that. I don't go there and watch. Y'all can sit up there and and be in the audience of 10 people. I don't got time. Wait a minute. Who had to walk 3 hours? Wait a minute now. Clara, Clara, Clara said he got on live and he went to a man's house and the man car broke down and he had to walk 3 hours. Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? No, ma'am. Who is this? Girl, I know not. First of all, it's bad enough that you broke, but now you dealing with broke trade, with broke cars. No, ma'am. Not walking 3 hours, Jesus. No, ma'am, Lord. No. See, this is why I don't go listen to them hoes, because them hoes got problems. Them hoes got bigger problems than Jay Wilson. Them hoes got bigger problems than Jay Wilson. Okay? When your trade is broke and their car is broke and now you gotta walk 3 hours, I know you is lying to me. A hoe can't say nothing, nothing to me. Cause he caught you out on the road. Okay? Baby, how is your trade broke, you broke, and the car broke? Baby, that is the trinity of brokenness. I can't. Oh my God. Is he still selling his booty? Oh my God, is he still, baby, these boys, these new gays, they doing a lot. We had one gay to upsell a fat nurse and go eat dinner with the fat nurse for an upcharge fee. Then we got Rico over there selling jawbone. Then we got Castro over there, okay, going with broke trade. The car done broke down. Then you got Shaquille Robb, who said that he was selling some stuff. He done got his, baby, it's this harlotry, this spirit of harlotry. Baby, they're harlots. The spirit of economics. Economics is taking over America. Baby, not the car broke down. Oh my God, 3 hours passed. Baby, you shouldn't have told me that. Ooh, is it still on? I know you took that shit down. I know you took that down. I know. For your sake, for your little reputation. Oh, we knew it was doing more than making Easter baskets and Valentine baskets. We knew you was giving baskets away, ho. My God, today. Not the car broke down. Girl. And then you got Tommy up there drinking. Oh my God, I knew you was gonna be talking about somebody else. I know you lying to me. I know you is lying to me. The man couldn't pay for an Uber. Girl, it's the walking for me. It's the walking for me. Okay? We're marching down the road. Baby! Walk this way. Talk this way. Now, how you going to be talking about me, which I haven't been watching, but you ain't talking about that car breaking down and Trey, baby, don't let him lay you down if he can't pick you up. Baby, he didn't have no triple A. The hoe didn't have no triple A. Okay? He didn't have no roadside assistance. What in the hell? Now let me say something to y'all. Y'all ain't never seen my car break down. But baby, if my car breaks down, I got roadside assistance. That hoe ain't had no endurance with biblical fonts and iced tea. Okay? He ain't had no endurance. Oh my God, I know you lying to me. I know you is lying to me. Baby, the trinity of brokenness. You broke, the trade broke, the car broke. I mean, first of all, you don't have no extended warranty at 9. I know you lying to me. And they walking. And did he record this? Did he record this? If somebody got that, could you please send that to me? Paulette, Paulette, Paulette. Now this bald headed, no back teeth, flickering lights, Mississippi burning, paint chipping on the porch home, got all of this stuff to say about me. He got all these words about me. Well, Paulette, it seems like some trade came to pick Castro up. But the trade car broke down. The trade didn't have no Uber money. He didn't have no Lyft money. He ain't have no Geico. He didn't have no roadside assistance. And they had to walk for 3 hours. Baby, these girls can't catch no break. Busted brick, busted trade, busted cars. Oh my God. Where them fans at? Baby. Now do y'all have that video? Is that video still up? Can y'all tell me where to find that video? Did he take that video down? Did he take that video down? Is that video still up? Baby, I need to see for myself. I need to see for myself. Now nobody ain't talking about that. Okay, let me go on over there. Hold on. Okay, could somebody please give me the timestamp? Because I don't have time for that hoe to be talking about he can drink cheap liquor and expensive liquor, and now the hoe says she a soprano. Bitch, you can't even hit a high, bright baritone now. Hoe, stop lying to yourself. Could somebody please give me the timestamp? I don't got time to listen to this foolishness. See, this is why I don't go over there and listen to this ignorant stuff. I don't go. Could somebody please give me the timestamp? Because I am not going to be perusing through this ignorance. I can't do it. Could somebody please give me the timestamp? Now I'm stuttering like him now. I done heard too much of him, and now I can't even enunciate my words. Girl, they better be prepared for this snow. I think Castro's in a better position because he's staying with his uncle. So it's people in that house. Tommy, he's staying by himself. So Tommy might be in a predicament. I don't know. But can somebody please find that timestamp? Because I ain't going to be mulling through all of that ridiculousness over there talking about he a soprano. Child, please. Sit down. Sit down. Girl, not the trade car broke down. Trade didn't have no Geico, didn't have no roadside assistance, didn't have no AAA, didn't have no Uber money, didn't have no Lyft money, and they walk in 3 hours. And you don't think something wrong with that? Oh my God. I can't. I'm getting itchy all just thinking about it. I mean, if that hoe was me, I would have been like, hey, yeah. And then they would have been like, okay, do you need a tow and do you need to go somewhere? And then they would have towed my car to the nearest shop and then they would have taken me where I need to go. I mean, okay, baby, I will ride with you, but I ain't dying with you and I ain't getting in no broke car with you. And I ain't walking 3 hours. Hell no. And this is the thing. This is the kind of men that they deal with, and then they think that we want to deal with them. Excuse me, let me speak for myself. They think that I want to deal with them. I don't deal with no brokenness. First of all, anybody got to come and pick you up. You too old to be getting picked up. Babies get picked up. Toddlers get picked up. I don't know where he was meeting that trader. I think the trade might have came to his house. The question is where they was going, that they got to be 3 hours away. Child, 3 hours away from where? That's what I'm trying to ask. Well, could you please give me the timestamp? Because I don't see it. Was it the last video? Was it the last video? Y'all ain't giving me a lot to go on. Because like I said, I don't watch that whole. Was it the last video? They went to the man's mansion. Well, how you got a mansion, but you can't get no roadside service? How you got a mansion, but you can't call no Uber and y'all walking 3 miles or 3 hours away? Please find it for me. I want to hear the preparation, and I want to hear this story about that whole car breaking down. Girl, a mansion, but you can't get no roadside service. Girl, y'all playing to me. Y'all playing with me. Can I say something? And then he'll be the first one talking about church and stuff. But yeah, girl, you give it in cars with somebody who can't even get their car fixed. I can't. I know y'all was lying to me. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's just, these tranky hoes. These ranky and ratchet and tranky hoes. Ooh, y'all so tranky. I mean, God damn. And first of all, the trade know that y'all at a disadvantage. Because the trade know if you don't got no car, you don't got no resources, you don't got no means, and you don't got no dignity. First of all, I wish a hoe would have a car breakdown and talking about I'm walking. Hoe, you walk. I'm gonna stand right by this car and I'm getting ready to call me an Uber. Uh-uh. Oh, what did Clara say? Where Clara at? Yes, Clara said she gonna find it. And we gonna baby. My trade and I, my trade and I, we gonna walk together. My trade and I, oh, my trade and I, my trade and I, we gonna walk together. My trade, we gonna walk together. Hand in hand, we gonna walk together. On the dark road, we gonna walk together. I can see Coon and Papa gonna walk together. My trade and I, my trade and I, my trade and I. We gonna walk. We gonna walk together. Baby, I ain't never heard. Now, I heard of my Lord and I, but I ain't never heard of my trade and I. Baby, we gonna walk together. Why? Because that car got broke. 3 hours. 3 hours. Ugh. I mean, let me say this. This junk that, baby, I don't know this life. Baby, I don't know this ministry. This is foreign to me. This is ministry that I don't know. Baby, this is really, this is Section 8 ministry. I do not know this. I ain't trying to be better than nobody. But baby, you got to have some dignity. Okay? Oh my God. First of all, I'd be really embarrassed if my car went kaput and then, uh, mm-mm, girl. Okay, it's called Let Me Be Transparent. Girl, you are very transparent, honey. You clear. We can see all through you. We can see all through you. Girl, past the dignity. Okay, after the third hour, after exit 3. Okay, let me be transparent. This live is called Let Me Be Transparent. Hold on for a minute. Girl, could somebody just email me the link? Cause baby, I ain't. Yeah, just email me the link. Girl, I can't believe it. Was this recent? Was this recent? Oh my God. Uh, Girl, he done skipped the game. He walked in the game. Girl, he was doing an old nasty piece of civil rights march, girl. Okay, he was having his own MLK march. 3 hours. Oh my God. Girl, it ain't skip the game. Girl, he walking in the game. Oh my God. I can't believe this. I mean, broke man, broke trade, broke car. Baby, it's the trinity of brokenness for me. I can't. I can't. First of all, I'm a ride and live with you. I didn't say I was gonna walk and live with you. I said I was gonna ride and live with you. Honey, I don't know about that walking. Okay? Okay, somebody please email me. Baby, please email me that and please give me the timestamp. I'm telling you, a hoe could never. A hoe could never. I don't know that ministry. I don't know your car breaking down. First of all, I don't know come and pick me up ministry. I don't know that ministry. By nerdy. I don't know that come and pick me up ministry because I always had a car. So I don't know that ministry. And then I don't know that it's broken and I don't have no way to get home. Girl, I don't know that. Only time I walked 3 hours was for a marathon, a breast walk awareness walk, and bitch, that bitch went 3 hours. Girl, Castro. I mean, excuse me, Binary Castro. We done found out that Castro Cannon had some trade to pick him up. The trade car broke down. The trade couldn't get him back. They had to walk 3 hours. The trade did not have no AAA, no Geico roadside assistance. That bitch didn't even have no endurance with Ice T and Vivica Fox. I'm like, well, damn. Sierra, Clara, you need to send that to me, girl, because is it recent? Is it recent? Because I'm not seeing it. Is it recent? Girl, the trade broke. Castro broke. So the car didn't break down. The man got behind the wheel after drinking a beer and almost flipped over. Child. Okay, now that's even worse. Okay, that's even worse. That's even worse because Castro been drinking a lot. Now the man been drinking, and that's why they had to walk 3 hours because he didn't want to go to jail. Oh my God, Castro, Castro, you really know how to find him. You're drinking with Tommy. Tommy drinking a beer in the car. Now you got an old piece of tray drinking beer and almost flipped over the car. And now y'all gotta walk. Child, I can't believe this. We supposed to walk into our destiny and not walk to get traded. Girl, so the trade car didn't break down. The trade got drunk. Even worse, I would rather the trade was broke and the car broke down than the trade got drunk. Why you getting in the car with drunk people? You don't care enough about your life? Oh my God. One beer. One beer. One beer, Jesus. I'm telling you, it's sad, y'all. It's sad. And I understand why people be getting upset when folks see people going to work and doing a little shopping every once in a while. So they park and walk. Girl, I don't even know Paulette. For the mere fact that you get in the car with an alcoholic, and for the mere fact that that hoe had to come and pick you up, child, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I would say something, but I would like to thank that person for $50. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I need to say your name or not. I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna say thank you, but I don't know if I need to say your name or not because baby, it's just been too much going on. Been too much going on. Girl, the story is crazy. If you should have parked that damn car before you got into it. Okay, so the mere fact that the man was drinking and was inebriated and you got in the car, I would have rather the car broke down. At least the car breaking down is decent and justifiable. But for the mere fact that you got in the car, oh my God, hold on for a minute, y'all. Give me a minute. One night only, one night only. Baby, it is given one night only. It is given, make me your number one. You still can have your fun when you get done. I will give it to you just the way you like it. It's given, baby. I can't believe what I just heard. I can't believe. So everybody in Arkansas is screwing everybody. It's really amazing to me, Castro, that you done did all of these people, but nobody ain't keep you around. Nobody ain't keep you around. You got all of this good jawbone, all of this good bread in the basket, but nobody don't keep you around. And then what's amazingly surprising to me is that you said you didn't care if him and that man was doing it, and and y'all, it was a whole nother person in the car. It was a whole nother person in the car. They drunk one beer, but one beer gonna cause you the almost tip over a car. Baby, it's the lies for me. It's the delusion. And then he had like he ain't never seen no nice house before. Talking about something, he thought he was at the Titanic and liquor was everywhere. And then he started saying who knew who. And again, that's why you don't mess with common hoes. Cause honey, common hoes will have you all jammed up. Baby, I don't want to go to Little Rock. I don't trust no men in Little Rock now. Cause they all done slept with Castro. They done went through each other. Baby, they done went through each other, child, like nasty water going through a nasty piece of cup. I can't deal with y'all. Nasty. Nasty. Dirty boy. Dirty boy. I mean, this whole act like he ain't never seen no double stairwell before. Excuse me. I mean, anyway, see, let me tell y'all what's really something. This is how I think, I think that this is what Paul was talking about in the Bible. Powerful, wealthy people taking advantage of people who don't have nothing because they know that they're bound to do anything. And let me tell you something. Castro said he didn't want to leave because, again, he was not used to being in that type of setting, in that type of space. Baby, it is crazy. And I didn't even get to listen to the preparation. Clara, what was the I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. Hold on for a minute. I'll be back. Y'all, this is sad. This is sad on levels. It's sad on many levels. And it seems to me that Tommy, you never had a chance. So really don't want it's crazy for a minute, y'all. And girl, I told y'all that was cheap weed. He said that that was a cheap strain of weed. I told y'all that was cheap weed, all that coughing over there, all of that cheap weed. And then I didn't know he had to prepare. Castro wants a storybook email to say, let me say this, it is sad. And this whole trying to act like this is when I was young. Child, bye. And then when people talk about it, they get mad. Oh my God. Y'all, it's just, it's crazy. It, and then you all, I didn't know that that's all of that stuff was about me. So this man is infatuated with me because everything was built around me. And I'm like, damn, do I control your life that way? Is every waking thought about me? And you, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know I'm not paying any attention to him because, baby, had I known this, maybe this would have been first page. This would have been first page right here. It would have been first page, front page. I just, ho, find a job. Get your teeth fixed. Make sure that doohickey on your head is not infected. I don't know if it was in the past or not, but that video was quite recent, and I guess he was telling us how he used to be. Bitch, I'm like, oh my God. It's giving very horror. It's giving very he works hard for the money, but he don't get paid for it. Just in beer, okay? Just in beer and alcohol. It's giving. I'm a private dancer, dancing for liquor, not money. I'm your private dancer, dancing for liquor. Do what you want me to do. Just a private dancer, dancing for liquor. Any OE and J will do. Drinking liquor, beer, booty for beer. Booty for beer. Girl, I heard of toys for tots, but I ain't never heard of booty for beer. Just sad. You ain't worth nothing but a beer. And it seemed like a lot of people was climbing on your bike. I didn't even listen to the preparation because, again, it's just crazy. Oh my God, it says a lot. And then, like I said, I had to go through all of that listening to me and how he feel about me. I mean, you got all of this good jawbone. You got this anaconda, and then you got this cheddar croissant booty, but you can't keep nobody. You can't have nobody. And let me say this, Castro. The sad part about you is if you are with somebody, it's because they taking care of you. You don't have no car. You don't have no transportation. People picking you up. You at the whims of a man. The only thing you mention is you drank. And I'm like, who does that? And the sad part about it, it says that you said it's what you used to do, but we still see you do this with Tommy. Did you not get in a car and Tommy was drinking a beer while y'all was riding that car? I mean, did not Tommy whoop your ass in that apartment and on the street? Did not a transgender want to whip your ass in that elevator because you done stole money from her? And then you got Tommy, child, drunk with gospel music, and he ain't even take a bath in that bed, getting up and down because he got to pee so much now he can't even go to sleep. Girl, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. Y'all, somebody gave me some money, and I want to thank that person for the money. I don't have nothing against anybody. Appreciate it. I don't know if I want to call their name out, though. So I'm going to leave it at that. He don't have no driver's license. Ho just got a state ID. Girl, it's just sad. It's sad. And then let me say this, Castro. I don't think I'm better than you. First of all, girl, I don't know who Al Green is. I don't know who Al Green is. Hold on, baby. I'm on something different. I don't know who Al Green is. Hold on. Let me finish this. I'm not competing against you, Castro. I don't know why you think it's a competition. Now, I am very secure in my looks for my age. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. That's number one. I have never had a house to be foreclosed on. I have never been kicked out of an apartment. I have never had a car repossessed. I have been in many long term relationships. This is long. Okay? You seem like you can't keep no relationship. And believe it or not, Castro, at one point in time, I felt some empathy for you, but now I don't feel shit for you because you are a shit starter. You always want to be judgmental, talking about somebody going to a gay church and stuff. Maybe you need to go to a gay church so you can really get a self of who you are. Because you seem like this is anger sex, this is guilt sex. I don't know what this is with you. And my thing, I just think it's sad because you giving your booty up for some liquor. And it seems like all the people you sleeping with, they sleeping with other people you done slept with. And it goes to show me that they don't give a damn about you or themselves. And it's sad. It's sad. And then you said, well, that's when you was young. But we still see you doing the same thing with Tommy. People still picking you up. And you were so excited. I think that they went to Oklahoma and they may have went to Texas. I think he was driving with somebody. Baby, he was acting like a dog with the windows open, just getting out the house. I'm like, well, damn. And then you on SNAP benefits, if you still on that, baby, nobody ain't competing against you. And I don't even watch you. The sad part about it is, you know, you you if I even drop in your link to say, hey, baby, you get a whole orgasm off of that, and then you want to make that content. So I just stopped going over to your place. I didn't even know all of this was going on, Castro. And maybe you need to stop drinking and smoking that cheap strain of weed because it's really affecting you. And you said a whole lot. And you don't realize that you are saying a whole lot about yourself. And it's not flattering. Who yesterday he received a quickie on his break? Clara, who? He working? He working? He get ready to lose that job. He did a quickie on his break. No, ma'am. How you know that, Clara? Clara, how you know that? Clara, how you know that? Clara, how you know that? Oh my God. Talking about the things I used to do, I don't do no more, but I'm doing a quickie on my job on a break. He said he thought of the man and the man showed up. So the man showed up, and what they do when the man showed up, and what kind of job, and where, who, what, where, when, and how. Girl, don't tell me that he done hunched that man on his job. Clara, was it a broom closet? Was it a bathroom? He just kept saying we did something wrong. That's nasty. That's a ho. Don't you mention God and me in the same breath. Just a whore. Just a common whore. I just can't believe it. A whore. And let me tell you something, whore. I don't listen to you, but now, and didn't I tell y'all, ooh, didn't I tell you all if I wanted to get them cakes that nobody didn't have to get him to go to Gatlinburg to do that? I mean, see, this is what I don't like about that hoe. That hoe thought she was going to turn the table. Like we trying to get her to go to Gatlinburg. Hoe, obviously, the man came to your job, didn't even get no room, just a bathroom, a common space. I'm just trying to find out. Just nasty, just nasty. Back teeth all broke up and just sad, just sad. And I really feel sorry for him. And this is why I'm not going back and forth with him because again, I know he gotta eat. I know he gotta eat and shit, but this ain't the way to eat. He was so tickled, Pastor. Well, I heard some of the story. This sad. This is sad. This is sad. And the unfortunate part is, I don't think Tommy ever had a chance. I think that he was with Tommy for stability and not because he really liked Tommy. He just wanted Tommy for what Tommy had. Castro would have left Tommy. If that man would have came up, Castro would have cheated on Tommy or left Tommy for that man. Because Castro don't know loyalty. He just knows getting. Oh my God. That's just you're nasty. You dirty boy. Child, now I don't know about all that, but I wouldn't doubt it. That's nasty. Child, let them take pictures of people. Nobody don't care about that. I hope they get this. Hey, I don't care about them hoes. Bye. Care about it. Take a picture, damn it. Who cares? I mean, I don't care. Who cares? Anyway, I just think it's sad because I really think that these guys, at the end of the day, with their wealth and their money, they know how to prey upon people who needy, and they know that alcohol is some of these guys' weaknesses, and that's how they do it. You dirty skunk. You know the guys from oh, what's that place? Guyana. They say the Guyanese say skunk too. Pastor, you might want to consider changing the title before. Child. Pastor, it's too late. The moose can't travel with that filter. Uh-uh. Hey, Patricia, these people need medication. Patricia, they need something. Clara, are you sure it was with the neighbors? I know Castro has said he has had threesomes. Child, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. Just nasty. Just nasty. This is why I don't let these hoes sit up here. You can't let. This is why I was telling people, you can't drag me and you behind me. Girl, you need to be in front of me to drag me. But you sitting there behind me. No, child. Okay, I ain't even into that. I done talked about that. Um, no education, no stable job, no stable health care. You just in these streets, baby. You giving them pancakes up like IHOP, okay? But I'm not interested in that. I don't left that Just Crystal thing alone. See, I'm not running after that. This is some stuff that's something else. I'm surprised. Just sad, y'all. Oh my God. And he gonna get on his platform and stutter through the day and try to sing, baby. And that's what get me too. He was singing a little bit too, and I'm like, baby, why are you singing? Just tell a story. I mean, it takes long enough to hear you stutter through it. Now you want to sing too, and then ugh. All right, baby, I'm fridging that. Okay, they be fine for y'all. I'm really not interested yet. Maybe one day I'll be interested. Smooth operator. Tommy says Castro sends him $10 a week for allowance. Y'all, I just think it's sad. I think it's sad. I think it's sad. You looking at these guys. These guys are in their 30s. They are always in survivor mode. Always in survivor mode. If Castro's snap ain't been cut off, something going on with Tommy. Always drinking beer. Always in substandard housing that's given to them or dictated to them. They really, I mean, they can only get what they can afford, which is marginal. They are upset with people. It is sad. And it doesn't do Arkansas well. Because I know there has to be some people with some sense in Arkansas. But just to see all of this foolishness, and Tommy, let me say this. Do yourself a favor and move your ass on. From the mere fact that Castro came on and said what he just said, I'm embarrassed for him. I'm embarrassed that you would even, because again, Tommy, you were gooped. You were gooped. Castro ain't have no loyalty to you. Castro wasn't trying to have nothing real with you. He really wasn't. And he really used you. He used you for your beer. He used you to eat. He didn't really like you. And you admitted that the man was flirting and giving somebody a number at the club. We saw what he said about you to Shamar. And I'm just like, are you serious? And you up there crying and fighting. It's like, are you serious? Because that man, how he talked, this thing seemed like it's embedded and ingrained in him. He likes this. He likes being out there doing all of this stuff. He said that he thought about the man and the man came back and they did something wrong. That's telling you that. Do yourself a favor and get away from this. Yeah, you can forward to the email. It's sad, y'all. I really feel sorry for Castro because something must have happened to him, and I don't know if somebody older or a cousin or somebody violated him. But baby, this is debaucherous. This is behavior that is somebody's crying out for something. I mean, really, something happened very traumatic to him because it seems like he's just going from place to place to place to place to place, and then ex knew this friend and this friend. It's like you are going through the whole town, like you going through the whole town. And y'all, I hate to say it, but I met somebody from Arkansas who knew Castro, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn. Girl, I don't know what they doing in Arkansas, baby, but girl, it seems like everybody went through Castro. It's like Castro is high school, and you got to get a diploma to prove yourself. I guess I don't know, but more people done been enrolled at Castro than college. Girl, okay. Oh my God. Ain't even hit 40 and worn out. Ain't even hit 40 yet and teeth falling out. It's just sad. Jesus. Y'all look, I'm gonna leave it at that. I just it's just a lot of stuff going on and I didn't know all that. And then you all what get me is this boy is really obsessed. He is really obsessed. He is just talking about and I'm like, oh my God, are you really that bothered? Are you that hurt? And it's like I rejected him and he's really mad. And then I was talking to Tommy, that got him mad because he really wants somebody. It's just like something's not right. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something was wrong. And I mean, it seemed like every video I looked through to try to find this one until y'all told me what it was. It was about me. It was about me and you think you this and you. I'm like, oh, could you just make a basket? Girl, pickle juice and waffles, girl. He is Castro don't want to work. Castro wants a wealthy person to take care of him, and he will deal with a Tommy until he can get what he wants. Tommy was just a placemat to what he really wanted, and so I would use Tommy until I get what I want. I hate to say it, but I think that's what it was. That's sad. Ooh. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna drop this link real quick. This is sad, y'all. Ooh, this is sad. I mean, and then the car thing. So we got the context of it now. Castro was over somebody who had some money, but yet they didn't have sense enough not to drink while driving. And I guess Castro said they had one beer. One beer doesn't cause you to turn over a car. So I know that's a lie right there. So this person was heavily inebriated, and they wound up walking. And Castro, this is not the first time this happened. Tommy was drinking a beer in that car when you was in the car with him. It seems like this is something that you're used to. And now you done went from alcoholic to a pothead. You smoking pot now and cheap pot as because you said it was a cheap strain. Well, I don't know what he needs to do. It doesn't surprise me now. And finding this out says a lot. It says a lot. It says a lot about who he is. And then you want to tell people to do X, Y, Z, but that's deep. That is deep. Hold on for a minute. Hello, you're on.
Good morning. I didn't come to fight or anything like that, but some of these stories are getting misconstrued. These people in the chat are lying to you, Jay. They really are.
Well, how are they lying, Castro? Because I'm listening to your video and it sounds like it's self-explanatory. It sounds like you pretty much said what you said. I mean, I'm listening to it and I'm like, I'm just surprised. I'm like, well, damn. And then not only that, what is your obsession that you got to talk about me on a daily basis? I didn't even listen to you, and then I'm listening to get to the point where they were saying, and I'm like, well, damn. So go ahead and say what you want to say. I'm surprised. I really don't have any argument either. I'm just shocked. I'm just shocked.
Well, well, for one, I like to be transparent with my audience, and I do tell stories, about things that I have experienced in my life, and especially experienced in the gay lifestyle. So, there are some pretty sad and some good, in my storytelling. But am I doing that right now? I promise you, I'm not. Some people may think that I'm out here, doing this and doing that with my body, but I'm not. I have learned that don't sell yourself so short because you're not going to get anything out of it. They're gonna just like they. I mean, hold on, wherever they found you, they're gonna just drop you right back off where they found you. And I've learned from my mistakes. But I don't want to go back to that lifestyle like that. I had fun. I was young, 23, and I had some fun. I had some fun. But
Okay.
to answer your other question, I don't have. My thing is, you have an opinions, and I have an opinions too. So sometimes I like to bite off of what you may say about me, and sometimes I think you get offended because you think I'm upset. I mean, you think well, hold on. You get offended by certain things that I may say about you, but I see certain things that you say about me, and I'm like, dang, I thought we was cool, but then you'll make a shady comment, and I'm like, okay, where did that come from? I mean, dang, that kind of was a dagger in my heart.
Okay. I don't know what to say. I just it's all good. It's all good. And it seems like you all are homosexual, homophobic homosexuals. I ain't never seen no homosexual homophobic. And that's another thing too. And I'm like, but you know what? I'm not even going there today. And I get it. I see what the problem is, and I think it's a struggle. It's a war, and it's something that y'all gonna have to figure out. I'm here to do a show. I'm just here to do a show. I've done I've everything that I've said to you has been beneficial and helpful. Like, Castro, what are you doing? But it comes to me that you all don't want to do anything. It's attention, and I guess you'll get it when you get it, and that's how I feel. You get it when you get it. I don't know, Castro. I just look at things different, and I got to realize y'all are not in y'all 20s. You all are halfway to your 40s, and yeah, it's different. It's just different. So I'm not upset. I don't take stuff personally. It is what it is. I just do a show now. I just come on and do a show. I'm just yeah.
But sometimes when you do a show, some of the things you say, it can come off like you kind of have a dislike towards that person. You know,
I
and
don't I
then
don't
when
have a
someone actually
dislike, but
come
my
and talk
thing is
about it, it's an issue.
okay. Okay, I don't have an issue, Castro, but I mean, you're transparent. So when you're transparent, then people are going to talk about your transparency. I didn't even listen to how you prepare for your sex because again, people was talking about that too. But I'm like, well, damn, did you fuck everybody in Little Rock? I mean, I'm like, well, damn, somebody know this person and this person, and I'm like, maybe you're right. Maybe they were taking advantage of you because they knew that you yeah, I see some
I mean,
things, and it's all
that
good.
that is true because I was very very gullible and naive. I didn't know anything about how the game went. So when I was experiencing certain people, and I was seeing what they were doing, I kind of rubbed off on me a little bit. So I had to get some get back, but that's not a good thing to go off because you don't want to where you don't want to have two bodies. And I don't want to I never really sold myself so short to the point where I'm laying down with everybody that I meet. It was just certain ones. I'm picky. I'm very very picky. But yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from.
Okay, I just I don't know, Castro. I don't know. I mean, you gotta want. I said, hey, Castro, invest in yourself. And then you take it as, oh, you just got this education and all of this stuff. And see, this is the thing, Castro. You know, I'm not ashamed to tell people I didn't grow up in wealth. I mean, I grew up with working class parents, but my thing is, okay, so if there's some barriers, then how do you get through the barriers, or how do you do something to do what you need to do? And then that'll come off as you think you better. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I really don't. But I do think that life decisions will affect you. And my
Yeah.
thing is, I just think that, I don't know. And then in Castro, you said, well, that was what you used to do. First of all, no one beer ain't gonna have nobody to have to park their car, and you're gonna have to walk. But then
Well,
we saw that recently when your ex was drinking in the car, had a whole can of beer and driving. And I'm like, okay, so what's the difference? Because that wasn't that long ago.
that situation happened, and I know that wasn't. I know that situation wasn't that long ago. But the situation that someone brought up in the chat about me having to walk 3 hours back home. What happened was I was with a person that I was dealing with at the time, and we was on the freeway, and somebody merged over into our lane, and we hit the guardrail. And he did have a beer, and I had a beer too as well. And we probably shouldn't have not been doing that. But need I say more? We didn't get hurt. We was okay. He got the ticket. He got the ticket. But that guy. I mean, with that situation, it was old, and I don't know why they was trying to put 20 on 10, because it wasn't that big of a deal. And if I had to walk, if
Well, it
I had
was
to
kind of a big
walk,
deal because if he would have, yeah, but see, this is the big deal. Because you were drinking, he probably had access to roadside assistance, but didn't call because of what could have happened. I mean, again, it's because of the drinking. And I saw you yesterday at some point, and I just turned it off. I'm like, I ain't gonna watch this because you was coughing off some weed. I'm like, well, damn, now you smoking weed
yeah, because I
and
got
you
the wrong
grown.
strain of weed. I got the wrong strain of and the wrong strain of weed, and I didn't like that. So sometimes it can cause me to cough. But if I ain't smoking, I ain't choking. I mean, if I ain't choking, I ain't smoking. It's the truth. I mean, I like marijuana. That's the only thing I like.
So okay, so you like the marijuana? Okay, now is the Baptist Church approving that? Because you get
Well,
real judgmental on folk, and that's why I say I ain't never seen no homophobic homosexual, and y'all giving that, and you ain't the only one. And I'm like, okay, and then this is another thing, and somebody had sent me a little clip, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna even deal with this because I played for a church, and just because I played for a church that gay people go to, maybe they go to that church because they want to sit with their partners and they don't want to see. Again, you all will go to these churches where they talking about you, they'll make you marry a woman and they still talk about you being gay. So again,
yeah.
those are those people's decisions. And thank God for the Constitution, so people can have the freedom of speech and freedom of religion of how they want to worship. But all I'm going to say is, I just think it's a home. So Castro, if that's the case, then when are you gonna get delivered so you can marry a woman? When are you gonna get your deliverance so
Well,
you can have a family and some children and stuff? Because that sounds like that's what you want, and you sound like another content creator.
oh, I'm guessing I'm sounding like Brian now.
Well, because y'all give very much homophobic homosexuals.
But you do know this, that it's a lot of that in the community as well. I mean, as we all know, I mean, we got gays that don't like flamboyant gays. Like, what's wrong with
Well,
that?
I understand that, but I'm just listening to you all because it seems like it's a real struggle, and it seems like y'all are gonna go through that fight. And what that does is bring self hatred to say, okay, well, I like all aspects of my life except this because I'm attracted to this. And this is what we don't understand. You know, pastors and all of these people, heterosexual people, I'm sure they done slept before they done got married. Not to say it's right or wrong, but then, it is what it is. I'm looking at that and I'm like, okay, so they can do it. They can have two kids before they even get married. And nobody don't bat an eye, say a word about it. But, it's the gays, that's the gays' worst enemies. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, the gays are the
To me.
worst in
And like I said, hey, y'all are who y'all are. I'm gonna let you be who you are. I'm just surprised at a lot of things. That's all.
Yeah, I know sometimes you may see some things that may it may look crazy, but I think you should know that we are young men and we got to make some decisions in our life that that can be beneficial to us. I'm not naive to people giving me advice. I'm not. I accept all of the criticism because there are times where I have made a video and I didn't like what I did. I had to take that down. I'm like, oh my goodness, what the hell am I thinking about? What am I doing? I'm making myself look crazier. They already think I'm on other drugs, but I have learned from my
Well,
my, my actions, and
okay.
we've been talking shit to each other for years, so it
Yeah, I
happens.
mean, I'm good with you, Castro, but every time, but I have done nothing but say, hey, Castro, invest in yourself. And the only time I have really gotten ugly with you because you got ugly with me. And I'm like, okay. And there's some things that you've done that I'm like, I don't know about that because it shows a bigger person. And I'm like, I'm just surprised. So again, there ain't no friends on YouTube. It is what it is. I
It's
don't
not no
have
friends
any.
on YouTube. It's not no friends on YouTube, but you know what? My thing is, it's sad when people come out here and try to tear your character down as if like and they really want people to believe what they are saying about you, and that's so crazy because I don't really want people believing believing lies about me, but I can't stop people from talking. So whoever is going to believe, they're going to believe whatever. It's just sad because I know the truth about me.
You did an okey doke on me. I'm like, just because of some popularity. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I understand what you're saying, but I look at you side eye because again, you've done some stuff that I'm like, did he just do that? And you gotta admit, Castro, it did not look good at all when you were on Shamar talking about Tommy and y'all were supposed to be together. And I'm like, well, damn. I'm like, and then you put it and recorded it so the man could play it back. So Castro, it don't look good. That's all I'm saying. And my thing is, I understand what you're saying, but then there are some things that you've done that has caused people to say, I don't know if I can trust or do XYZ because I don't know if this person is going to do something crazy. And you always say, well, you always bringing up that cabin thing, but that was a real jolt to me. It really was. And I was really surprised by that. I was extremely surprised by that because you know that that was not the situation. And then who you told, and the thing is, Castro, she wouldn't have anything to run with unless you told her something. And I'm not mad because you told her something. I'm just mad because it wasn't the truth. And that really bugged me because I'm like, okay, I spoke highly of you. Somebody asked me something about you. And I said, besides that situation that went on where he was exposed, I think he's pretty quiet and he don't bother anybody. And then for you to turn around and do that shit, and then you say you always bring it up, but I do. And I'm an Aries and I will bring shit up because again, I was very surprised. And that was the turning point because I let it go. But then the Tommy thing came about and then that Shamar situation hit. And I'm like, well, damn, do you do that? And so, I'm just being honest and I'm telling you where we fell out. I'm telling you right now where we fell out because at the end of the day, that didn't even come up. You brought it up. It wasn't even something that me and Rebel was talking about because at the end of the day, that was something you were going through, and we were trying to say, okay, let's invite him because it was going to be a get together. But you made something that was not even about that. And you made it tawdry, you made it sexual, and we sat there and looked and said, are you serious? And again, Castro, you talking about people ruining your reputation, but you didn't think about not only me, but Rebel. And Rebel got pissed off at me because I'm like, Rebel, did you see it? Did you hear? And when Rebel heard it, he was like, well, damn. So Castro, I'm just
He
sorry.
called me that
There's certain
morning.
things you
He
just
called me that
don't do.
morning.
Huh?
He called me. I say he had called me that morning to clean it up, and I think that we got to get past it because there has been times where I didn't say nothing bad about you, and you have said some things. So it's like I didn't hold on to that, and I think we got to let that cabin situation go. I know
Well,
you.
I think we do need to let the cabin situation go, but I think we do need to acknowledge that we do some shit and we provoke some shit because again, I thought, well, not Quiet Castro, but it ain't Quiet Castro because you do shit. And see, that's the whole thing. I know I'm shady. I know I will go after you if you come after me. I know that. I see them blind spots, but are you willing to admit your blind spots? Are you willing to admit that you turn on people at a drop of a dime if it's going to benefit you? Because that's exactly what you did. And you say get over it, but yet at the end of the day, you may have said this to Rebel, but I'm like, okay, then. And then the thing is the behavior change? So I mean, I'm done with it, Castro. I heard some stuff today that I'm like, okay, because there's some traumatic shit that done went on somewhere. Because again, Castro, it's just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And then when I tell you, hey, Castro, this might help. You ain't trying, you ain't my daddy, you ain't running my life. I'm like saying, you don't even have to go to college. But what are you gonna do? What's gonna happen? What da 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 da? You want this, but then you gotta do certain things to get it. And
Well,
then
certain
people
things
like,
ain't
well,
gonna help.
does he want a sugar daddy and somebody to take care of him? So that's what he think gonna happen. Now I'm not saying that that's what they saying in the chat, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
Look, Jay. Anytime I met a man, I always tell him I don't want anything you have because I don't want to be that person being someone trying to depend on someone to take care of them. I always want to be independent because I know that stuff can be snatched away from you at a drop of a dime. You know, I'm not naive. I promise you, I'm not. And when it comes to my future, just know I'm just know I know I know exactly what I need to do to get things popping. Because I don't want to be waiting around 45 and say, "Oh, I'm gonna make it here and make it there," and I got goals. It'd be too late then. You know, I'm still young, so I gotta get on the ball. Trust and believe. I know the truth. About that. Yes, indeed.
I'm sorry, I'm in the office and I don't want to be doxxed, so I had to put you on mute. I mean, I had to put myself on mute. I heard what you said. Well, Castro, I mean, that's good to know. But it is what it is, Castro. And like I said, I heard some of your diatribe, and I'm like, damn. I mean, you really feel this way? It's like, I mean, anyway, it's interesting. That's all I gotta say. And to me, it's a show, but I think people get, yeah, yeah.
But I feel like
Mhm.
there have been times where you have been open to as well, and I wish you would keep some of them videos up. But when you get a little comfortable, and sometimes the show
What
may
you
not
mean
go.
keep the videos up? If it wasn't for some of your partners, it would have been up. I didn't porn bomb me. That's all of
Mhm.
those videos were in the porn bomb video. So I mean, how can I get porn bomb videos back? So at the end of
No,
the day, this is why people shouldn't be
it
porn
was
bombing folk because
it
y'all
was
would
it
have
was
it if the person in porn bombing.
it was you really letting some guards down and letting us in your business, and you took it down. But I understand that because you may not
What
want
you
people
mean
to use
took
it
it down? How
against you.
long ago was this, Castro? Because again, I don't have certain items because I was porn bombed. And when I had all of those videos, boom, they're gone. So if I wanted to put them up or not, I don't have the choice because the channel is gone. It was terminated. Just in
Well, the
case. I
video
mean,
the video that I'm referring to when you had, I think when Tulsa first started coming over and you guys was talking, about just all sorts of things. And you let some things out, and I understand I understand, I understand. Trust
I
and believe,
mean,
because
let
I have.
some things out. What things out? Because if I let some stuff out, then it still should be there.
Mm,
I'm just
you're right.
saying. Because I don't think I've taken, and I mean, still, it should still be there.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. I just remember you having good conversation. It was good. It was a good video. So I ain't gonna lie, some good videos. But I understand the porn bun,
I
the
mean, I
porn.
mean, I don't have a problem. I've dated people. I've dated 5 individuals, and long term. I mean, good guys, and never had an issue. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there's some things along the way, but it is what it is. I mean, yeah. But my thing is, I'm not obligated to tell people anything that I don't want because it's a show at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, this is entertainment purposes. And I mean, it is what it is. And when you lose sight that this is entertainment purposes, then you start dealing with some stuff. And I just think, Castro, I just, you get blamed for a whole lot of stuff. And people don't like you telling them, but I was extremely concerned when you brought that boy here, and I'm like, okay, it ain't gonna go well if y'all on camera. I know that from experience, but no, I was either blocked or told to go on because I'm a hater. And again, that shit comes up and people don't want to hear that. But I told you, not because I was jealous or didn't want you all to succeed, but I knew it wasn't going to end well. And it had nothing to do with people being jealous or something. I can't speak for people. Let me speak for me. It wasn't because I was jealous of stuff like this, but I knew that this would be worse than what you went through with the exposure and people seeing you in the entire nudity situation. I knew it would be worse. And again, I thought it was bad. I mean, I thought it was bad because he had no emotional intelligence, and he was very protective and territorial and sensitive, and you were kind of nonchalant and seemed like you didn't care about something. I said it seemed like, not to say you didn't, and it was oil and water ready to mix. And yeah, I mean, I thought it was bad. I thought it was bad. I thought it was really bad, but
Well,
you
as
know.
black
I
men,
mean,
as
how
black
can
gay
he
men,
blame you
those
for
type of things
somebody
gonna happen.
doxing him and calling his dad his church? Well, you didn't have nothing to do with that. But again, even with that, hey, Tommy, you want to get off the camera because I'm hearing that they're trying to dox you. Oh, he cussed me out and blocked me. Then they did it. Now you to blame for it. So again, Castro, I mean, yeah. It's
Well,
just been an interesting ride
I'm gonna
with
be
you
honest.
all.
I don't want to add fuel to that fire, so I prefer not to really comment on that. I tried to say
Okay.
what all I could say on that because, you know, I did my best, but I guess when I do try to come out and try to defend certain things, it's not up to certain people's standards. So on that note, I
It's
just
not
can't
even
really.
the standards. It's just thinking long term what could result or what could happen long term. I told him, I'm like, hey man, move on. If you done with Castro, go get a job, date somebody else, do XYZ. Y'all leave each other alone. I've always said that. And I get accused of being the reason why what happened. I'm like, I'm not the reason why that happened. I told the man to leave each other alone. But then Castro, I'm gonna tell you again, that man was on a date. You called that dude. I'm like, what the hell? Again, it stirs up the pot. It's
Well,
just a perception of it.
one thing I can say when that happened, that was just a coincidence. I wasn't trying to ruin nobody date or anything, whatever they had going on. Honestly, I wish the best for anybody that I have had in contact with,
So you were
because I
just
know
calling him to say hello. I mean, you was trying to
I was just
was
doing my
you
best.
trying to recharge something? I mean, because now they said in your last that I'm being transparent video, you said that the man who had the mansion, you met back up with him, and they said you did something wrong. So what did you do that was wrong?
Oh! The thing that I did was I'm sorry, I'm stuttering now. Oh my goodness. Okay, the thing that I did was wrong was once somebody that I was talking to at some point, one of his hoes called me looking for him. So therefore, I snitched. I snitched, and I told everything.
So Castro said, now you hearing it from Castro, because the people tried to have you out for a hoe, saying that you went to the bathroom or the broom closet, but Castro said, no, that's not the case. Castro said that what he did wrong was snitch on the person, not do anything, because they did say, you said it wasn't sexual. But this is the thing though, Castro, it seemed like you was happy to see the man and you wanted to see the man.
Oh, you talking about that? Oh, well, See, these are two different people. Oh my
Oh,
goodness,
okay.
this.
Okay, you
You see
got to
how
get the
things are
men
so
straight.
different?
Okay, you got to get the men
Yeah.
straight. Well, what did you do wrong with this man? Because you met back up with this man.
I didn't do anything wrong with that man. With the man that from yesterday, that was just an old friend. That's just an old friend. I haven't seen that person in about a year now. So, but nothing was happening. It was just like, hey, what's up? How you doing? That was it.
Okay.
I seen him in passing. I seen him in passing. But some people would think that I'm over here trying to get a nigga to the house and we gonna do what we do. No, that's not the case. I'm not that hard up about sex. That's
Well,
sex
I
is so
understand, but
overrated
let me
these
say
days.
this now. You said that, but then your ex had a lot of pictures of you in that bedroom doing some nefarious stuff. And so again, and then he said a whole lot of stuff, Castro. So again, I understand what you're saying, but that's the kind of thing when you were with him that has come out. And so those are the things, those are the uphill battles that you're gonna have to fight. I mean, it's just like people say that Jay Wilson scamming. I know I ain't scamming people. I know I'm not. I'm very upfront. But again, that's what you gonna, get because yeah. I'm just saying, Castro.
Yeah, but yeah, it is what it is when it comes to that, you know. But at the same time, I have had experiences like that, and I didn't like it, and I know it may have been wrong to even to be a gossiper or just a pillow talker, but when you tell me certain things, you just can't play with my heart or just make me feel like you are really serious because I'm not here for your hoes hitting me up. And then you went in some, and I guess the person went in their phone and seen my ass. And then decided to text me. I just didn't understand it. Like, oh my goodness, are you
I mean,
serious?
you
That's
mean
not
they
even.
saw they saw your physical tail.
Well, yeah, they saw everything.
Okay, well, I think that would be a problem.
Huh?
You don't think that would be a problem that somebody would call you because they go on the phone and see that? I'm
Yes,
just
yeah, that's a big problem. That's a big problem because I don't know if they even sent any of my pictures or videos, whatever I may have sent that in that year, to anybody else and have me out there looking crazy or on a porn site. Because things like that happens to people. You have a
Mhm.
little night, a little cold night, and you want you feeling a little horny, and you send a video or a picture, and all of a sudden you see yourself on a porn site when you trying to log in because you ain't got nobody next to you. I'm just saying,
My
I'm scared
God.
of that. I am scared of that.
Mm, Well, it's
So
a lot
hopefully that.
that was happening today, Castro. Actually, somebody went to bed drunk. They didn't even take a bath, and then they've been just waking up all times of night with the camera still on. It's a lot of things going on, Castro. It's a lot of things going on. Just a lot. And then,
I
Castro,
haven't been watching.
huh?
I haven't been watching.
Okay. Well, did you see last night somebody had a little problem between artistic and autistic? We had a little. Did you see that last night?
No, I didn't see that. I was intrigued when you was talking about it. I didn't. I mean, what
Oh
channel was it
yeah,
on?
yeah. It was on my channel. Somebody came
Ooh.
up and said that Brian was artistic in his, but then he thought it was autistic and he cussed the person out. And then he came back to say he knew it. He just wanted to stir it up. It's a lot been going on. And of
So
course,
who
him
was
and that
saying the
trademark
word?
fortune thing come, and that's what got me too. Again, I did not mention trademark. I kept it real cool, and then he brought trademark fortune up, and I'm like, and then it just took a turn. It just took a turn.
Mm.
He said he was hurt, he was embarrassed, but I'm like, well, was not trademark hurt and embarrassed? I'm like, and then you said I was sleeping with Binary, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Binary gave me $50, but I don't think it's sexual. I just think he was just being nice, I guess. I don't know, but me and Nerdy is not sleeping together, and but I will take Nerdy's money if he gives it because he supports the Ryder lives over here. Okay,
Now, can
so
I ask you this? Are you going to be a cheerful giver and give him something too in return?
yeah, he got something in return because I just mentioned that he gave, and he just
What?
paid me something.
That's not
That's
giving though.
good
That's
right
not
there.
giving. That's not giving,
Uh,
Jay. That's not giving though. We talking about cash.
I don't do that.
Why not? It's better. It's better to
Mm-mm.
give
Well,
than
I
to
never asked.
receive.
I don't get this. I never asked anybody for cash when I went on their platform, even when I was starting. So where did this phenomenon that if you come on somebody's platform, they owe you something? Nobody ever owed me shit when I came on their platform. For the mere fact that I got the recognition and people started coming over to my platform was good enough for me. So my thing is this: I'm not going to ask anybody to do something that I haven't done. So I've never asked people for cash or cash apps because they came over. So why am I going to do that? I'm just being real with you, and I think that's the problem. I mean, yeah.
Well, I understand that, but
Mhm.
sometimes it's good to be a blessing to people that has been a blessing to you as well. It's and I haven't really seen
Mhm.
that from you. And sometimes I be
I
wondering
have
like,
been a blessing. I
what's
have
going
been a
on?
blessing to him. I told him to take that membership thing off so he won't destroy his channel. See, that was a blessing right there. And see, Castro, I have been blessings to people, but you can't even be a blessing to people because it's scrutinized. And you've been in the beef sector long enough to know that we've given away a whole lot of stuff. I've given away more things at the beginning of my YouTube, being on YouTube, than most people would ever give. So I just think that people need to go to the past. Well, they may not be able to now because it was porn bomb, but people who have been here, they can attest that I've given away computers, I've given away money, gift cards, I've given away a whole lot of stuff, a whole lot of stuff. I mean, but you get to the point now where even that's scrutinized. So I'm here for business. And like I said, and you're going to understand with me, I'm not Salvation Army. I'm not United Way. I'm not Meals on Wheels. I am J. Wilson Inc. I am the House of J. Wilson, and I'm here to make a coin. And I'm very
You sound like a
upfront with
record
it. So
label.
nobody can say I'm scamming. Huh?
So you sound like a record label. You're not giving up too much of nothing.
I ain't giving up shit.
I wonder
And
why
that's the
though.
problem. Because it's a job. And again, I don't get emotionally tied into this. Now, I do get emotionally upset when I know people can do better and they just don't. And I guess, but you can't want for people what they don't want for themselves. And you cannot, and I understand that some people going to have to do what they want to do. But my thing is, it's all about choices and decisions. But I will say this, there are some people who have listened and their life has been changed. And I'm not here to control people's lives, but I do know that certain things open the door and give you more access to things and more opportunity. You know, people like, oh, Jay Wilson, he can't keep a job. But the thing is, I can get a job and I do keep a job. I don't need to let people know where I'm working because, again, you live and learn. But my thing is, I have options. When they called that hospital, the contracting job, I had another job in 2 days because it's options. And I'm just saying, not to say that people who may not have a degree don't have options, but I mean, it may be limited. And all I say, Castro, is you may not go to college. You might enroll in something that will get you a certificate or da 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 da. You know, but that's all I'm saying. But that's always misconstrued as you trying to run my life. No, I'm just saying make sure you invest in you. So when something happens, you have something to fall back on. That's all.
I understand that, but sometimes you kind of are oh my goodness, strategic when it comes to certain things that you want to bring out to the public. And for me, I have to disagree with that because it's like, my goodness, like, why are you coming out here like you're in need when you know you're not in need, and you are allowing these people to donate to you like that? Like, I wouldn't want no donations if
What you talking about strategic? I am strategic. That's why you in business. Business people are strategic. Business people calculate. So you are correct. Let me say this. People give to me because I'm honest and I'm going to do what I say and I'm going to say what I do. Folk know I go to work, but like people getting pissed off. It's really, really, really funny because at the end of the day, because somebody was making fun because I went to the copier at the library, the people was like, okay, we got you. And then I ripped up some paper. They said, you need a paper shredder. Folk got mad. People know I can go and buy a paper shredder, but it's the mere fact that people are so pressed that I can get one. And it amazes me. And people don't understand. I'm not using reverse psychology. People really hate folk. It's not
well,
about whether you have the money or not.
but
And guess what? I went and bought the shredder. I went and bought the copier. We're getting ready to go to Dallas on this train ride. People are already ready to go because they know we're going to do it. It's what it is. We do what we say and we say what we do. We don't under promise. We under promise rather, but we over deliver usually. I don't promise anything that I can't give you. And that's the real. And that's what makes me laugh because they say, oh, he's such a scammer, but they can't prove it because my thing is a scammer doesn't tell the truth and they don't do what they say. Now, I'm sure you can find people who have scammed and didn't do what they said they were going to do. I'm sure you've seen that. So
yeah,
anyway,
but sometimes, when you do that, Jay, that does come off like you are, kind of getting a little bit over, to other
I'm not getting
viewers. I'm
over.
not
How do you
saying
get over when you tell people, Castro, if somebody said, okay, I need more than head from you, you're going to give up them cakes? And then if you go over their house and just say, "Oh, I just want to do that," and they say, "Get the hell out of my house," that ain't scamming. They was very upfront with you before you even step foot in the house.
Hmm.
Am I right about it? Okay.
I guess. I
Okay. Hey,
guess.
Stephen. Hey, Stephen, the train trip is going to be May 30th and 31st. So the train leaves on the 30th from San Antonio and arrives in Dallas on 31st. I mean, the 30th, and then we'll leave on the 31st, arriving back in San Antonio on the 31st. So it's May 30th and 31st. But that's what I'm saying, Castro. You got. I mean, when you're upfront with people, they know. I can understand if I told somebody winner takes all, and then I'm like, well, but I'm gonna take half. But no, I told people, hey, I'm taking half because I was very specific in saying that I don't like doing competitions because the profit margin is slim, and if I'm gonna do one, it's gonna be a good profit margin, and I meant that, and people understood. And a lot of people didn't get into it until that pot got bigger, and then it's when everybody jumped in. I'm just saying,
Mm,
Castro.
I understand. And this I
You
can't
can
argue with.
either you can either be you can either limit yourself from the expectations of the people, or you can do something bold and big and do it. That's it. Because if you're waiting for people or waiting for people to say, "Oh, that's good" or "that's bad," you will never ever do it. And that's the whole thing. And just because it hasn't been done, that doesn't mean it's not doable. And that's what I'm about business.
Yeah,
And I
you know,
mean,
a lot,
it may come off like that, but I've been very honest ever since I've been on here that it's about business in the coin and we subcontract this. It ain't no friends on YouTube. And I said, if you do have friends on YouTube, everybody should know about it. If you do have a relationship on YouTube, everybody should know about it. Because if everybody knows about it, then you're putting your relationship, your friendship at risk. And if you really want that friendship, you never put it at risk. Never put it at risk. And that's my whole thing. So there is a caveat. I'm sure you could have friends on YouTube, but if I did, y'all wouldn't know about it. I can't understand why these people be dating folk and they content creators, but they both content creators and they think that everything gonna work out. Because even if the relationship is good, when somebody breaks up, somebody's gonna be disgruntled. And then that messes the whole thing up. I'm just
yeah.
saying.
But you know, sometimes people that is just fresh off into something, sometimes they may have to go through that phase of, you know, being nasty and and mad at someone that they used to love. So you know, it's understandable. Me personally, I done been through that already. So therefore, I shake it off. You know, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You just go out there and find someone else. You know, it's a billion people on the planet, so it's millions of us out here. You know, so you know, don't stop at one nigga. Go out there and find you another nigga to get underneath. You know, underneath, and have fun and do whatever you want to do. You know, ride off into the
Okay.
sunset.
So I know that you was actually with somebody and it seemed like you was very happy. Y'all was riding to Oklahoma and Texas and you was just smiling. And so you still with that person or because I know you've been dating, but now you celibate.
Well, I wouldn't say celibate, but I ain't having sex with nobody right now. But if I want to get out there and do a little something, I could. But I ain't right now. Sex is just overrated, so therefore, I don't really feel the need to be with someone and doing those type of things. You know,
Okay.
I'm pretty good on that end. You know, I got that handle.
Okay. Well, that's good
I
to
ain't
know.
never been nobody going to Louisiana. Well, what did you say? I was going.
Well, you was somewhere with somebody with a car and you was I think y'all was doing a trip and y'all was traveling by car and you was just
Oh,
smiling and stuff.
oh, I guess. I don't really remember that because that was so long ago, I guess. But
It wasn't
I don't
that
know who
long
that was.
ago. It was just last year. I'm just saying.
Well, I probably was with
And so it
somebody.
seems like you just got a lot of men. You just got a lot of men. So you just don't know
No, I
which
don't
one.
have.
Because you did no, because you
I
did
don't
get
have a
that
lot of
man
money.
mixed up. Because I was talking about you did wrong, and you was talking about somebody else, and he's like, "Oh, that's the other man." I'm like, "Oh, Jesus."
Well, you know, I know people. So you know, in small towns, because Little Rock is very, very small. You know, people are going to run into people exes. You know, and so you're going to have that issue out here. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, whoever I done slept with and they done messed around and found somebody that I used to know a couple of months ago. Hey, y'all, you look, get married, be happy. I'm not upset about it. Hey, do you?
Okay.
I had my little time with that person. Y'all have fun. It's your turn. It's your turn. Okay. I ain't stressed out about being on, being with anybody really, because I really like being by myself. But whoever comes along in my life that wants to be with me and share my, and share the things that I have to bring, to the table,
So what do you bring
it'll
to the
be
table?
well, it'll be.
What you bring to the table though?
By supporting, whatever they need, whatever I need, they gonna need it too as well, and I'm gonna be the man to provide it for them. You know,
Yeah,
that's how
because
I was raised.
we heard you talk to Shamar. You was like, yeah, and if I don't have it, I can get it. You was really talking sexy. I'm like, okay, what was that all
I was
about?
being silly. I was being silly with Shamar. I wasn't being serious. I don't want Shamar. Shamar's not old enough. I like older people. I need a little late 40, early 50-year old. I like those type of people. I don't like the young looking in the face type of guys. Like, ugh, yuck. I don't like them.
Okay, okay, okay. I'm just asking. I mean, that's interesting. So but you in Little Rock now, and it seems like Little Rock is just everybody is like a regurgitation of other people. Have you ever thought about like going to Dallas or somewhere where that's not that far from Little Rock, but yet not in Little Rock, like Memphis or Chicago or St. Louis? I'm just asking because it seems like you may need a new change of scenery.
Really, I don't think about going out there and doing that, but I really just deal with whatever I'm dealt with right now where I'm living at, because I mean, let's keep it real. Distant lovers type of relationship ain't gonna work out. It's not gonna work out. So that's just like, that's a waste of time. How many times you gonna say good morning? Like, or ask me what I'm doing. The same old thing. You already know. You already know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm doing what I'm doing. But yeah, I rather just deal with the folks here. Because it's some good people here. Everybody ain't bad, and everybody ain't slutted out, and ain't been doing this person and that person. Because there's some freaks here. I mean, they are into some freaky stuff. And I'm sure in Texas it's probably even wilder out there too, but it's probably the same, because we are human. Everybody say, "Oh,
Well,
I'm freaky,"
but,
or "I'm
but let me
freaky."
say
We
this
all,
though.
you know.
This is the thing though. It seems to me that the more conservative and the smaller the town is, the worse the people are because they really try to hide it and it's so repressed that it will really make the hair stand up on folks' heads in the city. I mean, in the city, it's to be expected. In the city, it is what it is. But you're right, and I'm listening to your situation in Little Rock and how everybody know each other, and you know, it's just interesting. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm sure it's like that in many states. Sometimes you can have the same scenarios, of certain situations with different people. Just it's just a different person. They just maybe going through the same thing you going through, but you're just in a different state, different town, different city, whatever. We all go through the same shit. If you ask me, if you in certain type of lifestyles, I mean, what's the difference?
Well, no,
Oh, you
some
in
things are different.
you
Now, let me say this. Some things may be familiar, but some things aren't. Like I said, everybody is different. Not to sound better, but I have never been in a car with someone who's inebriated because I'm like, no, absolutely not. So again, that situation that you went through, to have to walk back, even though I get what you're saying, that's not that's something that's kind of foreign to me. Being okay with folk who done slept with XYZ, 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 I mean, I would be like, okay, because again, you knew the person, but yet you said, well, I done did what I need to do, so ain't no biggie. It was like, okay,
I mean, would you get upset if I ran into one of your exes?
well, you may have. I don't know. Yeah. Well, we do know one person.
Yeah, we do know one. No, yeah, we do know one. No person, one person in common. Yeah, but I wouldn't. You know, I wouldn't. I mean, I would hope that you wouldn't have an issue with that because I mean, that's what
No,
y'all had a little thing.
I didn't have an issue with it at all, but it was like interesting. That's all.
Hmm. But yeah, as I told you on that phone that night, I had to get the hell away from that person because that person was off the rocker, off his rocker. Mm. I told you he popped up at my house when I was out of town. He popped up to my house talking to my people's crazy as if I'm there.
Mm. Well, it was really interesting. Like I said, yeah, it was interesting. So yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Yeah, interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. It was
Well, this was
interesting.
a great conversation. I'm glad that we didn't have to do no cussing back and forth and trying to degrade each other. We shouldn't be. We got to stop doing that to
Well,
each other. But sometimes
no. 'Cause that
we
wasn't
talk
an
good stuff.
ex. That wasn't an ex. That was an acquaintance. That definitely wasn't an ex.
Oh, okay, that's
But
cool. Yeah.
it's just funny though. That person came from Little Rock to Texas, and yeah, it was just
I was
interesting.
shocked that you even knew him because he does what he does. But I don't talk to him anymore at all because he's a little off at times. So I ain't got time for all that. You know, I may be a little mental, but I ain't that damn mental like that. But
Well,
yeah.
I didn't catch the mental, so I don't, people may not display that when they're with me, but that was just really interesting. I mean,
Mm.
because you know, but I won't. Well, anyway,
I know
because
you ain't trying to say a lot.
you all have
Yeah.
different viewpoints of each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all have different viewpoints of each other, so
Yeah.
that's all.
Yeah. I can't even say too much. Now you got me like you. I don't even want to speak on it too much because it ain't too much. It ain't really all that. It ain't what it's hitting on. But yeah, we can move on from
Well,
that
it
one.
depends on what you want. Some people like ham, and some people don't. Some people like brisket. That's all I'm gonna say.
I like brisket.
Well, we know that's what he said,
Mm,
but
that's
you
what she
know
said too.
he liked brisket that time too. But it seemed like he liked some of your ham, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Mm.
That's all I'm gonna say. This is
Well, that
we
hand,
talking about we talking about food. We talking about food. We
and I don't
talking
even
about
like
food.
ham. Ham is nasty, but that ham didn't even satisfy me that much. But
Okay. My God, today hams and yams. I mean, it is really interesting. Well, look, Castro, it was really nice having a civilized conversation because we can do that. And
mm-hmm.
it is what it is. I do have a meeting in a couple of minutes, but um, baby, it ain't a shady conversation. It's just, some people like brisket and some people like ham. And he wanted brisket that day, but, he wanted ham in Arkansas. Some people want brisket in Texas and they want ham in Arkansas. It depends on what you want. And it seems like there's a lot of ham going on in Arkansas, but somebody wanted some brisket when they came to Texas. That's all I can say. All I can say. That's all I
I hope.
know. I mean, it is what it is.
Mm. Well, you know what? On that note, you guys, we up on out of here. Jay Wilson, you can go ahead and drop me on off.
All right, man. All right. Y'all have a good one. And y'all have a good day. Very interesting. Come on, Rump Bros. I'm out. Y'all have a good one. Peace and love. Bye.